Hello guys, this is Tanker, and today I'm bringing you a themed video. The theme of this video can be underlined by saying this: we have a right to our labor, but not to the fruits of our labor. Because we like to think too much on this channel, I'm connecting that quote to these two videos that I'll be presenting to you. Both of these videos are at tier 7 in both played by exceptionally good players in their light tanks. Let's begin with this. So we have here Bolt in his Type 62 Dragon, and he's playing on Dead Rail with his platoon mate Buster. Now these two SRT guys are just rolling around trying to club at tier 7 given their tank choices. And what's stopping them here is their team's positioning. If you notice at the start of the battle how their team only took one side of Dead Rail. Now in this case, enemy has taken advantage of that and deployed their J Panther and T-34-1, who are also in a platoon on the enemy team, to one corner. Now remember that shot. That will pop up later. Most likely Bolt connected that shot and it's just unable to take down the J Panther. Will result in exciting situations later on. And for now, Bolt's team is under hit point stress. His platoon mate is low on hit points. He's trying to hide from the snipers, and their TD wasn't really sniping, so lost its health just because of being spotted and shot down by crossfire. And Bolt is also getting tagged across the map. What they're trying to do is push into already settled enemy team. What they should be doing is supporting the flank, which Bolt is trying to do, but without their medium's help, who's honestly playing the front lines, is kind of impossible because there'd be 2v1 fight, and that's not the fight Bolt wants to get in. So he's dealing with T-34-1, takes him out, leaves his platoon mate because who knows where that TD can be hiding. And in just that span of time, his team has gotten clapped by the enemy force just because they were just pushing into already set guns. And Bolt takes advantage of that one shot and takes him out. And in these situations where it's 1v4 or 1v3, you obviously want to take out low hit point targets right away, but you want to prioritize your relocation right afterwards. You don't want to engage any more than you have to. Now remember that J Panther is still lurking around somewhere here. Oh, 2 hit points. Now if this battle would have played out differently if Bolt didn't take that hit. And right here, Bolt has flanked all the way around, and enemy has chosen to touch up the cap, and this gives an opportunity to Bolt to sneak few shots in and reset the cap and wither them down. And as he makes approach towards a different angle, we can say, like, all these scenarios I have experienced, or people I know have experienced far too often, right? It's people pushing into well defended areas and teams not really surviving past 3-minute mark, leaving enough time on the clock to deal with these kind of scenarios. So Bolt manages to reset the cap once again and now relocates to another point of the map, and unluckily not penning his shot, but T-34 on the enemy team knows where Bolt is by the directional markers that he might be seeing on his screen. So Bolt is now making it close because only 30 seconds left on the clock and he has to get through 2 heavy tanks. And this is gonna be tough because he's been trying so hard to get different angles on them just to lower their HP down, but being heavies, you know, some shots pen and some don't. And right here it's very tight situation with only 10 seconds left. IS-5 misses Bolt, and Bolt has a chance to clear this IS-5, and 2 seconds left, 1, and that's it. Well, as I told you at the start of the video, we have a right to our labor, but not to the fruits of our labor. Bolt tried so hard, right? It's our duty to keep working towards a victory, but not to expect it after you've done what you could, because sometimes it comes and sometimes it doesn't. So as we outlined the theme, this replay also falls into that similar category. And map being a desert sands, this map provides 2 areas. One dominated by light tanks and just fast movers, just because they're spawned here first, and on the other side forces heavies to head towards town because of their spawn points. Since teams are divided this way, what tends to occur is heavies in town get touched up pretty quick before even light tanks can respond, or fast tanks can respond to their aid. This is what's happening right here. Even though Cookie is winning their side of the map, what's not happening on the other side of the map is their team is getting kicked to death by TDs and heavies because they're pushing into already set guns, which causing them, just as is Edelweiss dies, to just getting taken out of the game easily by the enemy guns. And LTTB previously, actually all these light tanks previously were nerfed, except with the exception of Type 62. So the firepower you're seeing with the LTTB and the armor was actually nerfed as well, just because the meta was too fast for this level. And seeing situation turn out to be very, very similar of what happened with Bolt, Cookie is also finding himself facing multiple heavies, but this time with an aid of an ally. It's also light tank, tier 6 light tank, so he's not really, equipped well to deal with heavies, but they are surviving and they are heading to make some distance between them and pick targets off as they approach and deal with the hand that's dealt to you. You play the hand that's dealt to you. So Cookie is going around the map trying to pick off lone targets. While doing this, his priority is to stay unspotted throughout this maneuver, and to do this in a way that helps his teammate also put in some damage. And right now I would expect enemy team to touch up on the cap again, right? That's what one of the heavies always ends up doing. But it's just that these heavies are so fast. The IS was buffed recently with this maneuverability. T29 was buffed. Tiger 1 is basically a medium at tier 7. And what's gonna happen right here? They're gonna encounter T29 as that lone target that they've been searching for. And Cookie's gonna make his approach, but unfortunately his ally dies in the process. And Cookie spots. See, Tiger 1 isn't wasting any time closing in the distance. And this is where the most pressure builds up. He has to deal with 2 heavies approaching him. With the time given on the clock, it is possible. But what's not possible is the outcome. I mean to say, but what's possible is not possible is up to the outcome. So he takes down Tiger 1 successfully and waiting for T29 to engage. I have a feeling here he could have circled T29 here, which is why he's approaching, but seeing T29s and these heavies, tier 7 heavies, recently gotten turret traverse buffs, it's making him double guess his moves. And Cap climbing at 76, 77, 78, it's gonna require immediate attention. So he's off to reset the cap. And now he has about 50-50 chance. Either IS will be facing this way or the other way. But of course it's a wrong 50% that he's been rolled by the RNG and takes a hit. And now with the cap reset, enemy heavies should realize this, that there is really no point of capping, and they should go after him, which is what they do right now. Cap goes off, nobody's on the cap, and they're in the chase. But T29 being T29 gets into the cap again, and with only 40 seconds left on the clock, this game is looking very grim. If Cookie has to win, he has to take out very healthy IS and almost dusted up T29. He's almost down, but unfortunately it's not going to happen because he can't risk getting two-shotted by those 2 tanks, even though draw also counts as a loss. It just happens to be run out of time. But given the situation that he was in, surprisingly he comes out alive. And using the maneuverability and the chances that he was given, he took the shots, penned few, missed few, and resulted in a draw with 2.4k damage at tier 7. This has been Tanker, guys, and I thank you for watching.